Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, so I'm here to give you guys my halftime reaction. Bengals up 17-14 against the New York Jets. Obviously, this is a game where you feel like the Bengals should have a more convincing lead against the Jets team, but I will say the Jets are playing tough at home. Mike White comes out 219 yards and a touchdown, 2 interceptions. The Jets just seem to be a little bit more creative to come out of the gates in terms of how they played on offense. Bengals offense, in true fashion that we've seen for the most part of the season, have come out slow and stagnant. Didn't really take advantage of some of those interceptions and turnovers that the Bengals defense gifted them. But I will say the Bengals defense is definitely giving up a lot more plays and a lot more yardage than they typically have. I'm not sure if it's because of them not being used to or ready for a quarterback like Mike White and not really knowing what to expect. But they have 3 turnovers and they're only up by 3 points. So the offense has definitely been frustrating. The defense has given up more than you'd like. The defense, however, is getting some turnovers, which is something that they struggle to have in this season. You get Jesse Bates with an interception. You get Von Bell with a forced fumble into a fumble recovery. You get Jermaine Pratt with a nice interception of his own. And you would expect that the Bengals will probably be blowing the doors off of the New York Jets team. And that's just simply not the case because the Jets, outside of those turnovers, have really had some success against the defense, and the offense has been extremely shaky. Joe Burrow was visibly frustrated. So what you expect to see in the second half is the Bengals take advantage of a Jets defense. In the second half, you look to find Joe Burrow in better rhythm than he was to start this game. Jamar Chase had 2 big drops so far in this game. So it's time for Joe Burrow to take over, like my man Russ ENT is saying, and it's time for the defense to try to stifle and limit what Mike White can do. So we'll see what Lou does in the second half. But the defense is trying to hold it down as much as possible. They're getting big turnovers to give it back to the offense. The offense just has to cash in on the opportunities. It seems that the Jets are still playing Jamar Chase and man. So we'll see what happens. And a big injury for the Jets was that George Fant ended up going out with an injury at the left tackle position. So you're hoping to see that Bengals defensive line start to feast on that Jets offensive line in the second half as things get going. But they're just going to have to get more consistent offensively. They've been able to establish the run somewhat with Mixon, but at points it definitely was a struggle. It did seem like the Jets kind of knew that it was coming, but Joe Mixon has still been able to have himself a pretty solid day. T. Higgins made a big catch as well. Tyler Boyd with the trick play. So I did like some of the things that I saw from the Bengals offense to end the first half. Let's just hope that they can continue that in the second half. But the Bengals just have to do what they need to do to get a dub. I mean, there's a lot of teams out there today with games on the line. You talk about the Titans and the Colts. That's one to monitor. You talk about the Steelers and the Browns. But with the Browns coming in next week, you definitely want to have a convincing win on the road. And you want to establish yourself as a superior team just because mentally you can feel like, okay, we came out, we took care of business, time to turn it on. Generally, that's when the Bengals kind of turn it on, is in the second half. So let's just make sure that we take care of business. Don't take the Jets lightly. This is a team that's hungry. They're playing hard for their coach. They're not going to just come out and get embarrassed, especially after that 54 points that was put up on them last week. They're out to prove that they're not that bad. And the Bengals just have to take advantage of any momentum that they get in this game. So we'll see what happens in the second half. I'm Ace Boogie, and as usual, I'll leave you guys with a who day all day, every day, and especially on Sunday. I also got the live stream going, and if we get to 11,500 subscribers, I'm going to actually do a giveaway, so please be sure to check that out. And you already know, if you hit that subscribe button, you're entered into the 15,000 subscriber giveaway where we're giving away a jersey of your choice. So I'll catch you guys over there. Who day.